Good morning, everyone. Our topic for today is about table tennis. So, what is table tennis? Table tennis, also called ping pong ball game, similar in principle to lawn tennis and played in a flat table divided into the two equal courts by a net fixed across its width and the middle. The object is to hit the ball so that it goes over the net and bounces on the opponent's half of the table in such a way that the opponent cannot reach it or return it correctly. The lightweight hollow ball is propelled back and forth across the net by small rackets held by the players. The game is popular all over the world. In most countries, it is very highly organized as a competitive sport, especially in Europe and Asia, particularly in China and Japan. So, we know about the table tennis. So, next is the history. The history of table tennis has been around for the over 140 years, and in that time, a lot has changed since its humble beginnings, being played in homes by the upper classes to now being played by millions of players in hundreds of countries all over the world. In this post, we're going to take a look at the history of table tennis and cover some of the notable dates and changes. Table tennis, or ping pong as it's more commonly known in the US, was invented in 1880s Victorian England. It was an adaptation the popular game lawn tennis as a way of continuing to play inside during the winter when it was too cold to play outside. It caught on very quickly, being a lot more accessible for people to play at home as they didn't need a big outside space. Lots of games companies began marketing sets that came with nets, bats, and balls. Back then, the game went by a lot of different names depending on the company that was selling the equipment. Some of the names that it was known by are ping pong or gossamer, table tennis, whip-wap, pom-pom, pim-pam, lots of others. Eventually, ping pong and table tennis stuck, and in 1901, the Ping Pong Association and the Table Tennis Association were formed. So, the table tennis is an indoor game. So, next is the general description. Ping pong can be played with 2 or 4 players. The winner is the first to score 11 points and win by 2. Players alternate serves every 2 serves. Modern day rackets are oval shaped with a thin layer of rubber. In standard championship matches, players play either a 5 or 7 match series. So, next is the basic types of table tennis equipment. In table tennis equipment, there are 4. So, first is the ball. The ball that is used in the game is a 2.7 gram small celluloid ball that is usually colored white or orange depending on the preference of the players. They can come in different qualities, with those possessing 3 stars being the best kind and is often recommended especially to those who are just starting up. Next is the rubber racket or paddle. The table tennis racket or paddles is another important piece of equipment that is used in hitting the ball back and forth on the table. Its shape is similar to the ones used in the game of table tennis, except that it is smaller and it is made of different materials. So, the parts of the racket or paddle are the rubber, the handle, the sponge, and the blade. Next is the table tennis table. Included in the list of the important table tennis equipment is the table where the game is to be played. The ITTF specifies that the official table tennis tables that are used in the tournament must be 9 feet long, 5 feet wide, and must be placed 30 inches high from the ground. They come in either green, blue, or black in color and are usually made from a type of hardboard. The face must be smooth as to provide the lowest friction as possible. The last is the net and post. The net, which is the last piece of important equipment, is usually brought together with the table or with the rackets, or it can be both by itself. Whether the case, it should be 6 feet long and 6 inches wide and has an upper white tape that is not more than 15 millimeter wide. Also, it should include an assembly so that it can be attached to the middle of the table tennis table. So, these are the 4 basic types of equipment that any aspiring player must be familiar with. So, next is how to play table tennis. So, shake hands. Shake hands. To begin with the grip handle of the paddle as if you were holding onto something and warp your hand loosely around it. Shake hand. Next is the pin hold. Then, basic ball control, basic strokes, the order of teaching basic strokes, service, and service return. In basic strokes, there are 4 basic strokes, which all of them more advanced techniques are developed. The backhand push, the forehand drive, the backhand drive, and the forehand push. And service. Service return, what I said again. Spin, top spin, back spin, and side spin. So, how to play table tennis also. The black is to angle the ball away from the receiver, usually near to the base of sidelines. Next is the loop. Maximum top spin with as much speed as possible. Pay deep and 4 angle. Next is the chop. Maximum back spin, placed as short for a long wide as possible. Then the tactics and understanding of the table tennis. Then the basic rules. First is the scoring and games. So games are played to 11 points. If the game is tied at 10 piece, a player must win by 2 points. Players serve 2 serves, each alternating. A player doesn't need to win explicitly of their very own serve to win point. Matches shall consist of an odd number of games, usually 3, 5, or 7. After each game, players shall switch sides. So, basic rules. Service. The service would resume with the ball fairly resting on the open palm of the server. Free hand, which is also stationary, and so on. So, single serves anywhere on the opponent's courts. When double serves the ball diagonally. So, a rally is considered as a let. If while doing service with the ball or in passing around or over the net assembly, provided the service is deemed as good or is hindered in a way by either the receiver or even his partner, and so on. Next is a point. A point is given if an opponent fails to make a good serve, if an opponent fails to make a good return, and so on. So, basic table tennis definition. You can see that on the screen. And the last is the health benefits of ping pong. So, that's all for today. Thank you.